What you would tell to Russians?
Go back home. You have nothing to find here.
Right now, emergency meetings this morning as a Russian convoy gets closer to Ukraine's capital.
Also, after 14 years, Wisconsin's Black Holocaust Museum is back open. The impact it's already having.
Plus, we're going to have the latest day planner forecast, plus a look ahead at the rest of the week.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Hope you had a great weekend. Topping the news this morning, Ukrainian and Russian delegations are meeting this morning on Ukraine's border with Belarus.
As of right now, it's still unclear what came of those discussions between the two countries this morning. Meanwhile, the United Nations calling for a rare emergency special session of the General Assembly. This will be only the 11th time the General Assembly has met under emergency circumstances since 1950.
The council members who supported this resolution recognize that this is no ordinary moment. We need to take extraordinary actions to meet this threat to our international system and do everything we can to help Ukraine and its people.
Right now, Ukrainian forces have slowed Russian forces, keeping them out of major cities in the country. Street fighting continued all weekend in Kyiv while Russian President Vladimir Putin put his country's nuclear forces on high alert. Putin's order raises new fears about how the crisis in Ukraine could unfold.
New satellite images tell a different story. They show a Russian military convoy more than 3 miles long. Take a look here. The convoy, believed to be about 40 miles northwest of the capital, it includes fuel trucks, tanks, and self-propelled artillery.
Amid the crisis in Ukraine, President Biden is still scheduled to visit Wisconsin this week. The president and the first lady will stop in Superior Wednesday, a day after he delivers his annual State of the Union address. The White House says it will talk about the $1 trillion infrastructure law. The president looking to give more money to fix Wisconsin's roads and bridges.
We have prepared the traditional Senate Judiciary Committee questionnaire, forwarded it to the White House, and waiting for their reply, which we think will be done very shortly.
Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois is hoping to get President Biden's Supreme Court nominees confirmed soon. Ketanji Brown Jackson will be the first black woman to serve as U.S. Supreme Court Justice if she is approved. President Biden nominated her to replace retiring Justice Stephen Breyer.
Happening today in Wisconsin, former state Supreme Court Justice Michael Gableman is getting ready to submit his final report for the Republicans' 2020 election investigation. Gableman's team says the report will be presented sometime this morning, then made available for the public in the afternoon. Tomorrow, Gableman will be answering questions about the report to lawmakers. Now, earlier this month, Gableman had said he wanted to jail the Madison and Green Bay mayors, along with other state officials, if they don't comply with his subpoenas. When this final report becomes available to us, we will push out details right away through our mobile app. That's the place to find this breaking news and context surrounding the developing story. First, right at your fingertips. Just about 6:03 on your Monday, EMS providers in several towns in our area are coming together to save money and hopefully more lives.
City of Sun Prairie EMS is preparing to extend its services east.
For us to be able to take on the additional staff required in order to deliver the service to those municipalities, it's not that heavy of a lift.
Sun Prairie is teaming up with the village of Marshall and the township of Medina and York for a regional service approach. It's a move the village of Marshall, which currently services those 3 towns, will be affected by most.
It truly is a medical profession these days and requires a lot of time, not only on the truck, but off the truck, training, preparing, studying. Remember, for these paid on call or paid on premise members, a lot of times it's, in addition to a full-time job.
Marshall has few full-time employees and not enough budget to hire more. It's been a challenge to keep up with the growing demand in the village. Sun Prairie EMS has plans to hire 6 more paramedics to service the region. The regional collaboration will begin early next year.
All right, let's switch gears. Check in with Chris Reese and your first warn weather, your certified most accurate forecast. Hey, Chris.
Hey, we're generally going to be quiet throughout most of this week, so enjoy that. Last week was fairly hectic. We're even milder. Temperatures are going to be into the 40s, but we could be active again by the weekend. This is going to be the focus of that forecast all week long. It's paying attention to the weekend, but I want to show you the pattern. We're going to see the colder air to our north, the warmer air farther to our south and west. We are locked in between the two, and that's going to create a roller coaster ride for us as they kind of battle it out. Overall, we will see days where the milder air wins and days where the colder air wins. Towards the end of the weekend into early next week, we've got to watch this pattern because it's one where we start to see some of that colder air pressing in, and then once again, our lows are coming out of the south and towards the north. This time of the year, this cold air is not as cold as it could be, so we see a little bit more of those rain-snow mix setups towards the end of the weekend and into early next week. That being said, let me go ahead and show you how the week is expected to play out. You just saw one system pass by to the north. That's moving through now. Another one generally passes by throughout northern portions of the viewing area at some point on Wednesday. This will bring a chance for maybe some flurries or some drizzle around here. We could see that again into parts of Thursday as well. But by Friday, Saturday, we'll see rain developing Friday. That might mix with some snow Friday night, back over to rain headed into Saturday. That was model number 1, but model number 2 shows us the same picture overall as we start to move towards the weekend. It's a little heavier with that mix, but it's also heavier with the rain on Friday night. This would wash so much of that salt and sand away if this rainmaker did come through. But I'll tell you, they'd have to reapply it because this model has a snowmaker as we start to move towards Monday morning. So there's certainly some things to watch in that pattern. Overall, though, here's today's commute. Dry this morning for lunchtime and into the evening. So you are all clear all day. This right here is Highway 51 at 19, and you see all of those roadways clear out there. No impacts to your commute. No weather issues expected at all. In fact, that's going to be the case tomorrow, too. We'll see a little bit more cloud cover Wednesday. Notice we're colder on Thursday. Not only are we talking a chance of rain showers on Saturday, though, we could hear some rumbles of thunder, too.
Little early spring showers there, huh?
Sure.
Sprinter, you said earlier.
I love that.
I was gonna say,
Sprinter?
It's definitely still Sprinter, though.
It's just fun to say.
We need to make that official.
Sprinter.
Chris Reese, thank you. Around the state this morning, America's Black Holocaust Museum is back open to the public for the first time since 2008.
This morning, Kent Wainscott shows us the large crowd that turned out over the weekend in Milwaukee to be the first through the doors.
1, 2, 3.
With that cut, years of anticipation ended, and a new era in Bronzeville began. The rebirth of America's Black Holocaust Museum, opening its doors to the public for the first time in 14 years.
I rode past here for a month saying I can't wait till the 25th. I can't wait.
Carol Cole was among the first visitors through the doors, sharing the history with her 9-year-old daughter, Devana.
This is the way that she'll always be able to see it forever. You know, she'll always be able to come here and witness it, bringing her children and their children.
This would have been the 108th birthday of the museum's founder, Dr. James Cameron. As a teenager, he became the only known survivor of a lynching. Later went on to educate and inspire generations of others. His son Virgil was here to celebrate the reopening.
We did it. And thank you so much.
First-day visitors waited in line before finding themselves captivated by the powerful exhibits.
It's very important to know your history and to where you came from and how to move forward.
I think the spirit of Dr. James Cameron, you can feel it throughout the entire museum.
And the museum's president reflected on both its past and its future.
We're finally here. This day is here.
Did you ever have any doubts that you would get to this point?
No, I never had any doubts. And more importantly, we will never close these doors again.
That was Kent Wainscott reporting. A $10 million gift last year from an anonymous donor helped the museum reopen. That donation will also allow the museum to expand.
To Badger men's basketball now. Saturday's win over Rutgers brings the team just one win away from a share of the Big Ten regular season crown. That could come as early as tomorrow when the Badgers host 4th-ranked Purdue. Going to be a really big game. Badgers are now 14-1 in games decided by 6 or less points. After a wild Saturday of top 10 losses, the Badgers are sure to move up in the polls today. Again, they play Purdue tomorrow. Tip-off is at 8 p.m.
The Badger women's team, meantime, know that they are now in the Big Ten tournament, and they know what seed they're going to be. The Badgers closing out their season against Purdue last night. The game coming down to the final seconds. The Badgers pulling away with a close 63-62 victory over the Boilermakers. So the win now moves the Badgers into the 11th seed for the Big Ten tournament. The Badgers will face the 14th seeded Illinois Fighting Illini Wednesday.
Today's the day for Major League Baseball. If a deal isn't reached between the players and the owners after today, the league will start delaying the season and canceling games. Players and owners are expected to meet for the 8th straight day to find some kind of common ground. But ESPN is reporting both sides are still pretty far apart.
Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, it's a big shame. A lot of people are missing out. It affects a lot of the smaller people associated with Major League Baseball. Shutting them out. So hopefully they get this resolved sooner rather than later.
March 31st, opening day for the Brewers.
Yeah.
Hoping we can have it figured out by then. Okay, 6:09 now. Coming up, Consumer Reports helping you cut your entertainment costs with a look at streaming service subscriptions.
Also ahead, we are previewing the Big Share event set for Tuesday. And coming up, we're going to have the Executive Director of Community Shares of Wisconsin in studio with more. We'll be right back after this.
It's Make My Mondays at Hy-Vee. This Monday, get Cheerios for just 99 cents. That's right, get Cheerios or Honey Nut Cheerios for just 99 cents. Monday only. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
These are the faces that smile so wide at the friends and staff who are by their side, where life is lived with a feeling of pride on every bump of life's great ride. That comes from the care that sweetens the air that lives in the house that angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living built with the help of angels.
I like my smile. I like my smile after finishing the power swabs.
I think white teeth are absolute sexy magnets. I love it.
Power swabs have really made a huge difference on the entire quality and color of my teeth, and I'm very, very happy with them.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth for hot drinks, ice cream, anything hot or cold. Really, really sensitive teeth. With the power swabs, I've been using them for a week and nothing. I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night and no problems.
It is so fast. It is effective.
Great thing about power swabs is that it's just easy to use. To me, it's the best solution for teeth whitening on the market.
Introducing Power Swabs, the 5-minute stain removing and whitening treatment. Apply the Step 1 stain removing cleanser. Use the swab to get in between teeth, around edges, as the blue cleansing detergent is thin enough to get into pores to release stains. Open Swab 2. Duplicate the process. Instantly see up to a full 2-shade difference. That's powerful. Forget gooey trays. Save a fortune on electronics. Forget slippery strips. Imagine your teeth up to 6 shades whiter in a week. Call or visit us online now, and we'll send you the complete Power Swab system. 7 cleansing swabs. 7 Power Swab foaming whitening swabs. Thanks for celebrating hundreds of thousands of satisfied smiles. We're offering them to you right now for this incredible discount. We'll pay your shipping and handling. If you're not fully satisfied, even after day 1, return it for your money back. Laugh more. Smile more. Enjoy life more. Call right now or go online now, and we've been authorized for a limited time to include our on-the-go Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick. It's a $19.95 value, free. With this complete offer, you are saving over 40%. Call or go online now. Brighten your smile and your life now.
It's Make My Mondays at Hy-Vee. This Monday, get Cheerios for just 99 cents. That's right, get Cheerios or Honey Nut Cheerios for just 99 cents. Monday only. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now this morning.
It is a big week for local nonprofits here in the 608.
Oh, yeah, it is. Josh Bryder here with us now to preview the Big Share event set for tomorrow. Good morning, Josh.
Hey, guys. Good morning. News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of the Big Share. It's an online day of giving organized by Community Shares of Wisconsin. And here with us this morning is the Executive Director, Sherry Dubiel. Sherry, we appreciate you coming in.
Hi. Thanks, Josh.
So a lot of last-minute prep you were talking about for tomorrow, but today is actually really the kickoff later on tonight.
It is. In fact, we
We started a couple of years ago kicking off the Monday night before the Big Share, and that gives us an opportunity to raise a little bit more money and expand the celebration. So we will start off tonight at 6:00 p.m. with Drag Queen Bingo. It's an all-virtual event. If you're interested in signing up and getting a bingo card sent to you, please go to our bigshare.org website to check it out.
So this is the 8th annual The Big Share event. You've been with them for 8 years, and this has been an awesome opportunity because you work with so many different nonprofits here in the community.
We do. Community Shares of Wisconsin, we are a fundraising federation, and we represent 70 different nonprofits, and they're all focused on social and environmental justice issues. So a lot of really important issues that folks really care about in our community. And so this Big Share Online Giving Day at thebigshare.org is one of our opportunities to bring all of our groups together to collaborate and raise big money for social and environmental justice issues here in the community.
You know, why is an event like the Big Share so important for so many of these nonprofits?
Well, I think that the awareness building that we do and the community building and the collaboration that is formed between all of the groups is just as important as the funds that are raised. And I think all of our groups would tell you the same thing, that coming together, there's a number of collaborative conversations taking place tomorrow during the Big Share Live with a number of our member groups that come together because of their participation in Community Shares of Wisconsin. They get to know each other, they hear about the advocacy work that each other is doing, and then they join forces. So we are as much about sharing the message and building community as we are about raising money for the Big Share.
Let's get the information up on the screen right now. What do folks need to know if they're interested?
Well, it's super easy to get involved. First thing is share about the Big Share on your own social media. We rely on the folks who are participating and in the community. If that is the way you want to engage this year, please just share out whatever posts you see on your own social media. The second thing is that we have a low entry point donation amount. We start at $5 as a donation through the Big Share, and so we hope that everybody feels like they can get involved. So if you go to thebigshare.org, you'll find a search bar that has a way to find the different nonprofits that are participating. You choose which group or groups you want to support, and then you check out with like a little basket like any other kind of online checkout process. And the other thing we really want to focus on this year is, again, building the integration of the community into the event. And we really want to encourage folks, when they get to that page, find the group they want to donate to. Also click the fundraise button and set up your own fundraising page on your own social media accounts. And you can help to raise money for the Big Share as well.
Wonderful. Great cause, Sherry. We appreciate you being here in studio with us. Of course, we've got this up on channel3000.com as well, guys. The Big Share event, let's make it big, Chris and Leah.
Can't do it without the community. Need everybody's help out there. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Sherry.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email for a chance to be featured. Worthy event. Great opportunity to give back to your community there.
Let's do it.
Okay, 6:17. Chris Reese here with the First Warn Weather. Beautiful sunrise behind you there, Chris.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful morning so far. It is chillier, 27 degrees right now. We do have a little bit of cloud cover out there, but that'll actually give way to more sun throughout the day. 40 by the time we get you towards lunch. We still have the 30s to warm through, so it's going to be a quick warm up. You start to look at the pattern going forward, though, and we're looking at a decent probability of being wetter than normal as we go through the next 6 to 10 days. We need this. We are still in a drought. That wetter than normal probability actually favors us as we go through the next couple of weeks around here into March. This means rain and snow getting ready to come our way. Temperature-wise, we're going to be near normal as we go through the next 6 to 10 days, but as we expand that over the next couple of weeks, we start to favor being a little bit colder than normal as our storm track is just to our south. That's where we really could see more of those snow chances over rain chances. But overall, moisture is moisture. We need it. And activity is activity for your local meteorologists who are keeping busy, trying to make sure we get you through all of it.
Hey, we appreciate it, Chris. Thank you.
My pleasure.
All right, whether you have cable, streaming, or broadcast TV with the help of an antenna, one thing remains the same for many of us. We're spending way too much money on TV every month. Consumer Reports had some advice on ways you can save. Consumer Reports tech writer Jim Wilcox has been covering streaming media for more than a decade. And although he and his family currently subscribe to 13 streaming services, well above the average of 4, they have yet to cut the cord.
It's sort of ironic that a person who writes about cord cutting is having difficulty actually doing it.
One of the reasons, his wife's love of the New York Yankees and the lack of options to stream their live games. The other,
the calculus of cord cutting is really changing in terms of the economics of it.
That's because many companies are raising prices, and viewers are finding they have to subscribe to multiple services to get all the content they want. But here's the good news. There are still some ways to save. Use an antenna for broadcast channels to watch your local news and sports instead of paying for a cable replacement service. Consider bundling deals like the one from Disney Plus that includes Hulu and ESPN Plus for $13.99 a month. And look for promotions and free trials.
A lot of people are sort of kicking the tires on different services, and they're trying them for a month or two. They're watching all the things that they really want to see, and then they unsubscribe.
Another tip, embrace ads.
The fastest growing part of the business right now are the free ad-supported services.
Services like Tubi, Pluto TV, and Crackle offer tons of free movies and shows. As for Jim and his family, they're hoping to finally resolve their cord-cutting dilemma sometime this year.
It's been a 2-year conversation.
All right, 6:20 now. Lightning strikes twice for one lucky lotto winner.
And at our next half hour, a new satellite will help your certified most accurate weather team prepare you for what's coming.
Every day, News 3 Now investigates.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV. And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
Want great hires? Happy and productive employees? And a strong local economy for years to come? It all starts with affordable, high-quality child care for Wisconsin families. Partner with a child care program in your community and reach your shared goals together with a grant from Project Growth. See all the ways partnership pays at projectgrowth.wi.gov.
Come experience Floor & Decor's grand opening in Monona. With our unmatched selection of tile, wood, stone, laminate, vinyl, and more, all at everyday low prices, at Floor & Decor, you'll discover the perfect products for shopping on trend and on budget, all in one stop. Plus, our helpful associates make realizing your vision easy from start to finish, so your upgrade has never been more you. Discover your new Floor & Decor, now open in Monona, or visit us online at flooranddecor.com.
Find your style with over 1,000 Patriot lighting options at Menards. Coordinate the lighting in your home with the modern Citrine collection, featuring an elegant gold finish in white glass, suitable for any room. The Citrine 5-light chandelier is $159.99 after 11% rebate. Or check out the timeless D collection, designed to blend into any setting. The brushed nickel finish and flat opal glass complements any decor. All Patriot lighting is 11% off now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning with us. KCG often answers the call with gorgeous photos like this one.
Nice.
Chris Reese wants to print it off and put it in his house.
Yeah, I sure do. I've been looking for a picture of like a red barn with the sunset and snow to put in my guest room above the bed.
Conspiracy theory. I think Kevin is a professional photographer.
He should be, if he's not.
Yeah. Yeah, we're really impressed, Kevin. Thanks for sending this in. Make sure to use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when you snap a picture at home. Post it on social, and we will find it. Share it right here on the program. Okay, 624, winning the lottery one time happens to 1 in 3 million people. But for the third time in a calendar year, someone has won off a second large lottery ticket.
So listen to this. Juan Hernandez here, we're about to show him. The New York Lottery says that he is currently still spending the 10 million bucks that he won back in 2019 off a scratch-off. He just recently won another cool 10 million off a different scratch-off. Could you imagine?
Wow.
So back in August, a South Carolina woman won $3 million just days after winning $40,000. And then in October, a Maryland woman won a $2 million lottery for the second time.
So we've been discussing this morning as to whether karma plays a role in this.
You'd like to think so.
If these folks are just so nice that, you know, the universe imparted upon them 2 winning lottery tickets.
Or it could have gone the other way.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to believe if you put goodness out there, it's going to come back to you.
Same here.
In the form of $10 million.
Yeah, we are all wealthy in other ways.
Yeah, that's true.
Who needs money when you've got such an awesome group to work with every morning?
Yeah, there you go.
Who
Well,
needs
that
10
warms
million
my
bucks?
heart. With a sunrise like that, Chris, that's all I need.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful day so far. So if you're getting ready to head out to the bus stop, yeah, look at the sky. It is going to be awesome. 28 degrees right now, warming up to 44 as we move into the afternoon. And yes, we do see that sunshine for most of today. Look at Doppler tracks. Southern Wisconsin is quiet. I am tracking a weak disturbance, bringing a couple flurries to the Northwoods, but that's not going to be impactful for us. Look at it, 27.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
That is such a sunrise. Wispy cirrus clouds up there, making things beautiful. Cirrus clouds are made out of ice crystals. Those ice crystals are reflecting the light and bending it that comes in from the sun, and we get a beautiful sunrise right now. We plan out the day. Look for us topping out at 44.
I love it when you talk clouds to me, Chris. I love it. We'll be right back, folks.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The Big Share, an online day of giving, is March 1st. Advance social and environmental justice by supporting the 70 nonprofit members of Community Shares of Wisconsin. Even a $5 donation can make change happen. Donate now through March 1st at thebigshare.org.
This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angels Senior Living Community is built on a foundation of authentic, local care. A framework for living well. Windows to take in the beautiful future. And is crowned by the pride that one's home is one's castle. This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living. Built with the help of angels.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm David Cohen, the COO of Love Your Teeth. When I met the dentist who developed Love Your Teeth and I saw how effective it was and how easy it was to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Love Your Teeth was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth, as well as stains on caps and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. And for those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, with Love Your Teeth, you can target that area using swab precision.
With Love Your Teeth, my teeth were looking great. Like, I would just wake up every day like, oh my God, my teeth are getting whiter. I'm just so confident in the way that my smile looks.
I'm so happy with the results. Before I started Love Your Teeth, I took a selfie. They're so white, so different.
The brilliance of my teeth now is so much better.
If you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in your first application, you'll see up to 2 shades whiter teeth and 7 shades in 7 days. Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. And get up to 2 shades whiter in your first application.
I love red wine, tea, coffee, and I typically get stains at like the bottom part of my teeth, and it's very obvious. This was my smile before I started using Love Your Teeth. Here's my smile now.
while I was using other teeth whitening products, my teeth became sensitive. With Love Your Teeth, there was zero sensitivity the entire process.
Call for your 10-minute solution to a whiter smile. Order Love Your Teeth today and get 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free Love Your Teeth Go Pen with your order. The Go Pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even smoking. In addition to saving up to 50% on your purchase and your free Go Pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit lyt50.com.
The Big Share in online Dave Giving is March 1st. Your support helps the 70 nonprofit members of Community Shares of Wisconsin advance social and environmental justice and make change happen. Donate now through March 1st at thebigshare.org.
Right now, 2 talks of peace happening across the world for the crisis in Ukraine. Meantime, fighting continues across the country.
Rare diseases affect more than 30 million Americans. A new way to get diagnoses quicker on this National Rare Disease Day.
And it's been a roller coaster ride of temperatures that we're set to endure this week. We're going to break it all down coming up.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. We hope you had a great weekend. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Millions of people across the world gathering to show their support for Ukraine. A lot of them happening over the weekend.
Thousands in Chicago's Ukrainian village gathered yesterday. Mayor Lori Lightfoot saying she wants to make sure the U.S. opens its borders for refugees. In Wisconsin, crowds gathered at the Capitol Saturday. Communities in Ashwaubenon also rallying over the weekend.
Russian troops, meantime, continue to advance on Ukraine's capital, despite the 2 nations engaging in ceasefire talks this morning. Russian and Ukrainian delegations are meeting right now at the Belarus border to have those talks. According to reports from CNN, though, the Russian military claims it has breached a line of defense in the city of Kharkiv. Ukrainian officials say they continue to inflict heavy casualties on Russian troops. Civilians continue to fight back, taking the advice of their president and making Molotov cocktails.
Now we're doing this, and it seems like the only important thing to do now.
Russia's nuclear force is on high alert this morning, all because of what Vladimir Putin called aggressive statements from the U.S. and its allies.
New numbers this morning. According to the latest from the UN, nearly 500,000 refugees have already crossed the border from Ukraine. Poland is taking thousands of them, with towns already providing donations and shelter to Ukrainians. In Ukraine itself, the president says 16 children have died during the invasion, another 45 injured. The UN confirms at least 102 civilians have died. News continues to break this morning out of Ukraine and here locally as Wisconsinites respond to the crisis. You can be the first to learn of those new developments through our Channel 3000 News app. It's free in your app store.
News 3 Now, your coronavirus headquarters. According to the CDC, most Americans no longer need to wear a mask indoors. Following the new CDC metrics, only Greene County in our viewing area still has high COVID activity. That means a mask should be worn there while indoors. Starting tomorrow, Dane County's mask mandate will be lifted for the first time since August. The federal mandate for public transportation, that will still be in effect until at least the 18th. So if you take the bus around Madison or you're getting on a flight soon, you'll still need to wear a mask.
All right, 6:32 now. Let's switch gears, turn it over to Chris Reese with a look at the certified most accurate forecast this morning. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, we're going to be warming things up into this afternoon. You see a lot of warmth just back to our west. Fairmont, Minnesota, 16 degrees colder than 24 hours ago. Brainerd coming in at 20 degrees warmer, rather, than 24 hours ago, not colder. So we're seeing these warmer temperatures gradually work their way into town. Madison now 2 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago. We're at 27. Winds out of the south at 7, so our wind chill 8 degrees cooler at 19 right now. This is our pattern throughout the week. Cold to our northeast, warm to our south and west. We're locked in between, and so that means we're in the battle zone of roller coaster temperatures this week, but that'll also send at least a couple of systems trying to sneak by. Not all of them going to be a big deal. Really, none of them are expected to be, but they'll try to sneak by. A bigger deal system starts to arrive Friday into Saturday, and then we'll have to watch the pattern into early next week because now we've got colder air trying to move into the picture as well as some systems move our direction out of the Rockies and towards the Great Lakes. That being said, take a look at this. 40s to start the week. Still struggling to get out of the freezing or out above freezing rather, by Thursday, back into the 40s on Saturday, and then back into the 30s as we start to move into parts of next week. Now, let's talk about systems sneaking by. That first one on the map already. That's not going to impact us. It stays well to our north. We're going to stay dry overall today. 36 by the time we get you towards 11. Let's keep the clock going. It's now 3:30 in the afternoon. That's when temperatures are hanging out into the 40s and maybe even some upper 40s try to sneak in. Janesville, going to be watching your temperatures as we go throughout today. Boscobel, going to be watching your temperature as well. Some of us are just going to be warm. That's the name of the game. By the time we get you towards 9 o'clock, we are back into the 30s. We'll see a little bit more cloud cover tomorrow, starting out around the freezing point, warming back up into the 40s for your Tuesday afternoon. More 40s on Wednesday, colder by Thursday. We could also hear a few rumbles of thunder by Saturday.
All right, spring is almost upon us. Chris Reese, we appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure.
6:34 now. The Red Cross is helping displaced families in Janesville this morning after a fire at an apartment building this weekend. It happened after 6 p.m. Saturday along Laramie Lane in Janesville. Here's a map of exactly where that is. Firefighters say it was sparked by an electrical issue in a hallway, the fire causing about $30,000 in damage. The Red Cross says the number of people they're helping after that fire could go up because of the different challenges they may run into.
Prices are higher, rents are higher, and that kind of thing. So a lot of times when folks are forced out of an apartment building, there are less options for them to move into, especially in kind of an urgent situation that like we're seeing with a lot of these apartment fires.
Since the start of 2022, the Red Cross has already helped more than 700 people in Wisconsin and the UP. Across state borders, we're learning more about a home explosion outside Minneapolis this morning. A 20-year-old woman was found dead in a basement after the home exploded Friday night. The woman was reportedly house-sitting and caring for a dog. No word on if the dog survived. Officials haven't said what caused the explosion.
It's National Rare Disease Day, and it's estimated that up to 30 million Americans are living with a rare disease. New technology, though, is allowing doctors to approach diagnosing patients in a new way.
It allows clinicians to think and consider diagnoses that we would not naturally consider. For example, because a condition is so rare that even a clinical geneticist like me has never seen a patient with it.
FDNA is revolutionizing rare disease treatment. The Face2Gene app combines artificial intelligence and unique technology to detect rare diseases. Its database contains thousands of patients' pictures, and the technology can identify up to 5,000 rare diseases. Now, the Face2Gene app is available for free to all pediatric doctors. New this morning, union workers in Oshkosh are protesting Oshkosh Defense's decision to build U.S. Postal Service trucks in South Carolina rather than at its plant in Oshkosh. The project is expected to create about 1,000 jobs. Oshkosh Defense tells us the facility in South Carolina ranked highest in meeting the needs of the project and USPS, something that people in Oshkosh are not buying.
Got to dance with the one that brought you. An Oshkosh truck and Oshkosh Defense was born right here in Oshkosh, and we've got to keep that work here.
Company officials said that they are aware of the protest against the decision and issued a statement saying in part that they are committed to growing a local presence.
A Wisconsin tradition continues this past weekend with the return of the annual Berkey Biner up in Hayward. What started in 1973 with just 35 skiers has now evolved into a week-long event for everybody to participate in. The Nordic ski event is a 50-kilometer race. That's just over 30 miles on skis. Wild. In a typical year, the Berkey draws roughly 13,000 people, but with last year's pandemic modification, that number has dwindled down to just 4,000 in-person competitors. I have a friend who participates in this every year. I am so impressed with his vigor and dedication. This is not necessarily for me.
It's a different breed who participates in stuff like this.
What an athlete, though, huh?
Oh my gosh. I couldn't imagine doing a half mile, let alone 30. Are you kidding me?
Let me tell you, Chris, I got on the treadmill yesterday for half a mile. I am sore this morning. I cannot imagine this.
All right.
Unbelievable.
6:37 now. If you're getting ready to head to the bookstore tomorrow, as we take a look outside, the weather's mild this morning. We're going to get to the next snowmaker possibly in the forecast coming up. Also ahead, Leah, what else do we have?
Get ready to head to the bookstore tomorrow. We're going to introduce you to a local woman who spent the pandemic following her dreams by writing a book.
Plus, I'm Josh Ryder with a preview of the Big Share Online Day of Giving and what your donation can do for nonprofits here in the 608. We'll be right back.
Pick and Save delivery is always fresh because we check our produce at every stop on its journey to you. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Come join the amazing team of compassionate caregivers at the one and only Attic Angel Community. Attic Angel Community of Madison is looking for skilled RNs and CNAs and offers shift differentials and on-demand pay, tuition reimbursement, wellness center, and much more. CNAs starting at $18 an hour. We also offer rewarding careers in housekeeping and food service. Apply online today at atticangel.org. Come join the one and only Attic Angel Community.
Join the adventure when your favorite Disney friends visit your hometown at Disney on Ice presents Into the Magic. Tickets on sale now. Coming to Alliant Energy Center March 10th through the 13th. For show details, visit DisneyOnIce.com today.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Contact Culligan, your local water expert.
At Pick and Save, you can get personalized coupons on top of weekly sales for prices that are lower than low on food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
U.S. ad spending is set to surpass $300 billion by 2022, and the greater Madison area is poised for major growth. So now would be a great time to consider a career in multimedia sales and to join our team selling our top-rated media and digital solutions. Work for a company that offers training, autonomy, flexibility, income growth, upward mobility, and work-life balance with a competitive wage. If you have a passion to drive results for local businesses, then visit morganmurphymedia.com right now to apply.
It is a big week for local nonprofits in the 608.
Sure is. Josh Breider's here with us to preview the Big Share event set for tomorrow. Good morning, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of the Big Share. It's an online day of giving organized by Community Shares of Wisconsin. And here with us this morning is Executive Director Sherry Dubio. And Sherry, you guys have put a lot of work into this. This is the 8th year that you guys are doing this, and this is going to be bigger than ever before.
Well, I'd like to think so. We want to keep growing every year and keep having a bigger impact every year, of course. One thing that's different this year, if you go to thebigshare.org and make your donation or set up a fundraising page, you can also get a link to the Big Share Live, which is a day-long live stream telethon of sorts. And so we'll have music, we'll have interviews with folks from our member groups, and we'll have opportunities to award prizes to all of our member nonprofits as well.
So the Big Share this year, really easy because you can do it right from the comfort of your own home.
Exactly, exactly. Everything is virtual again this year. We did this last year as well, and we really want to acknowledge the impact of the pandemic, and a lot of folks are still pretty uncomfortable about being out and about, and an online giving day is a perfect opportunity to take advantage of these types of circumstances. And so everything is virtual again. You can make a donation from your phone, from your laptop, from your computer at work. And we actually even have a text to give number on thebigshare.org as well if you'd rather rather give that way.
So Community Shares of Wisconsin, you work with 70 local nonprofits. You know, talk a little bit about the privilege of being able to work with so many good people here in our community.
Exactly, and that's exactly what it is, a privilege. At Community Shares, we represent 70 different local nonprofits who are advocating for social and environmental justice. And our job every year is to bring them together to raise money and to build awareness and to collaborate together to build the local movement to advance these issues. And so it is definitely a pleasure and it's definitely a privilege, and we have all these groups working together on advocacy issues and bringing the community together to advance causes that we all care about so much.
Let's put the information up on the screen right now. Again, this is happening tomorrow. If people are interested, I mean, even $5 can go a long way for these groups, right?
Exactly. We have a low introductory donation amount of $5 because we want to engage everybody in the community who wants to be involved. And if $5 is out of your reach, you can share the social media posts that you're seeing on your social media channels as well. So thebigshare.org, you can go search the search engine to find the different nonprofits that are participating. Click donate when you get to the nonprofit you really want to support, and then we encourage you to click fundraise as well and to set up your own fundraising page.
All right. A big week for you guys.
Yes, yes, another big share for Community Shares of Wisconsin.
Super exciting, Sherry. Thank you so much for your time this morning. We'll have all of this up on channel3000.com as well, guys.
Yeah, great way to find a local nonprofit that might speak to you and give back this week.
There you go.
Keep that money local. Josh and Sherry, thank you so much. And remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him at in608@WISC-TV.com. Happening tomorrow, an important new weather satellite will be sent into space from Cape Canaveral.
Pretty cool, as Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti explains. Meteorologists here in Madison will be watching closely, and for good reason.
You see them on just about every one of our weathercasts. Views of clouds and weather systems taken from satellites. This week, the next in a series of weather satellites will be launched in Florida, and the University of Wisconsin here in Madison played a big part in their development.
The UW has been involved in this since the very, very beginning. I almost think before the beginning is the right way to put this.
Meteorologists call them our weather eyes in the sky, and the GOES-T satellite will provide continuous surveillance of the Pacific Ocean and the western half of the country from 22,300 miles in space. But the journey to orbit began in part right here in Madison. Professor Tristan Lequier explains how it all began.
Werner Sumi, professor here at UW, was watching a football game. And in fact, he was watching a Green Bay Packers football game, watched the instant replay, and thought, what if we could actually make a replay of the weather?
From this idea over a half-century ago, when spaceflight was in its infancy, with the help of scientists and engineers at the UW, the first weather satellites were developed. And each new satellite has added sensors to monitor the atmosphere, much of which was imagined and developed a long time before this week's launch.
These satellites typically have a lifetime of about 10 years, which means you need to be thinking about the next one before you launch the current one. And I guess if I can extrapolate a little bit off of that, so researchers in this building now and at the University of Wisconsin are already working on the concepts for the satellites that will be launched in the 2030s.
This satellite will be critical in helping forecast the weather across the country.
Importantly, the Goes to West satellite covers the Pacific Ocean. And since a lot of our weather comes from the west, we actually get to track weather systems coming off of the Pacific Ocean onshore into the U.S.
Combined with the GOES-East satellite, it's possible to take pictures of cloud development as often as every 30 seconds, providing critical weather data over hurricanes at sea, severe thunderstorms that could spawn tornadoes, or even bands of heavy snow within winter storms. And it monitors more than clouds.
A really new capability of this series of GOES satellites is the ability to measure lightning from space. So the GOES satellites now can map lightning flashes, individual lightning flashes across the whole U.S.
It can also be used for anything that can be monitored from space, such as wildfires in uninhabited forests.
In fact, I think now with the satellite data, we've demonstrated that we can actually warn people of fires long before spotters can even see smoke coming from the fires on the ground.
And since we have weather data going back to the 1960s from these satellites, they can even help monitor how the climate is changing.
We get the combination of this really wide picture view, this full disk view, and we get observations at all times of day.
Gary Canalti reporting for us this morning. The launch is scheduled for 3:38 p.m. tomorrow. Scientists at UW will keep their eyes on it as they anticipate their next weather eye in the sky. Pretty cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Cool story about the Packers having something to do with
I know,
it, huh?
I love that.
All because of the Packers instant replay. There you go. Chris Reese, you know, you guys use those satellites an awful lot, and it's really cool to hear they've got a connection to Madison.
Yeah, one of the things satellites are useful for, helping us know if it's cloudy or not, even at night when you can't look out and see, especially if it's dark. But once the sun comes up, then we start to use visible satellite. Yes, we have some cloud cover out there. It's 27 now. Our wind chill coming in at 19, but we start to look ahead, and we're going to be at 30 before too long, 34 by 10 o'clock, 40 by lunchtime, and that does come with sun, so there's going to be a lot of melting as we go throughout today. We start to look throughout the rest of the week, and what I'm really focused on, other than a couple of small systems sneaking through here, it is the weekend. Rain and snow on tap for Friday night into Saturday, then perhaps some heavier rainfall into Saturday. And we have multiple models that really all kind of show that same picture, a weak disturbance mainly to our north on Wednesday. But watch what happens into the weekend. We start to see more and more of that mix over to heavy rain developing into Saturday. It's something to watch. We'll continue to do so and let you know how it may play out.
All right, Chris Reese, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. 6:49 now. A new children's book is hitting shelves tomorrow, and not only does it take place in Wisconsin, but it's written by a Madison woman. Laura Ann Bird began writing her first novel during the pandemic. She says she wrote it at her kitchen table while her kids did online school. The 254-page debut is titled Crossing the Pressure Line. It takes place in northern Wisconsin.
The first time I went up north with my now husband, we crossed that point and he rolled down all the windows and he started yelling, "We're crossing the pressure line. Feel it? There's more oxygen in the air."
Crossing the Pressure Line is for middle school level readers, being published by Orange Hat in Waukesha. Again, hitting shelves tomorrow. Pretty big deal. Very cool. She's right in our own backyard.
I love it. I love it. And good luck to her and congratulations.
Good book for your girls.
Yeah. My daughters are
not quite
middle school reading level yet, but they're getting there.
But we talk all the time about how smart your oldest is, so.
Yeah, she would really like something like that. That's kind of right in her wheelhouse.
Yeah. Okay, 6:50 now. Coming up in the morning sprint, all of the local headlines to get you started for your week.
First, though, if you have a little kiddo turning 3 soon, we'd love to share their picture on TV. Here's how. We'll be right back.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
The Big Share, an online day of giving, is March 1st. Advance social and environmental justice by supporting the 70 nonprofit members of Community Shares of Wisconsin. Even a $5 donation can make change happen. Donate now through March 1st at thebigshare.org.
Introducing the City Guide 2022 from the award-winning Madison magazine. Whether you're a Madison local, new to town, or just here for the weekend, the City Guide is a must-have. With insider tips on where to eat, what to do, and places to see. 4 seasons of Madison must-dos. But hurry, the City Guide is only available for a limited time on area newsstands, or you can order a copy online at madisonmagazine.com. The City Guide 2022, get yours today.
Keeping them safe and healthy, it's our #1 job. So even though we've all heard that the COVID-19 vaccine is safe for kids, we still have questions. That's why our family decided to get the facts on the COVID-19 vaccine for kids right away. And to keep taking simple safety steps as we learn more. Help your kids stay safe and in school. Learn more at dhs.wi.gov/COVID-19/parents.
Test rest a Beauty Rest Black or Black Hybrid at Steinhoffels, and you could win a 2-year lease for a 2022 Mercedes-Benz GLA 250. Purchase a Beauty Rest Black or Black Hybrid, and you'll get 2 free absolute relaxation pillows, $200 in Steinhoffels cash, plus a $100 grocery reward card. And with Steinhoffels 0% financing and free delivery, buying a Beauty Rest Black has never been easier. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit. Don't wait a moment longer to reveal the new you.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
The Big Share in Online Dave Giving is March 1st. Your support helps the 70 nonprofit members of Community Shares of Wisconsin advance social and environmental justice and make change happen. Donate now through March 1st at thebigshare.org.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team for your most accurate forecast.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
Some breaking news: the State Department shuttering the U.S. Embassy in Belarus and authorizing American diplomats in Russia to leave. This comes as Ukrainian and Russian officials are meeting in Belarus for peace talks. Russia has claimed its troops are only targeting Ukrainian military facilities, but Ukrainian officials say civilians have been killed. Satellite images show just how far Russian forces are advancing into Ukraine. So far, more than 500,000 people have fled the country. 100 civilians have been killed.
The search continues this morning for a missing UW lacrosse student. Campus community members and people from around the state joining in the search for Hamoud Fall over the weekend. The 25-year-old was seen last Sunday walking alone in Lacrosse. Anyone with information on Fall's location is asked to contact Lacrosse Police.
Beloit police say they've made an arrest in connection with a shooting earlier this month. 33-year-old Marquise Crenshaw was arrested Saturday night on several charges, including first-degree reckless injury. Officers say Crenshaw shot a 43-year-old man in the city on February 10th. That man later showed up at a hospital, but is expected to be okay.
Former State Supreme Court Justice Michael Gableman is getting ready to submit his final report on the Republicans' 2020 election investigation. Gableman's team says the report will be presented sometime this morning and then made available to the public this afternoon. You can find more information on what to expect up right now at channel3000.com.
A home in the town of Burke has about $150,000 in damage after a fire there. Crews from more than a dozen communities responded Saturday night. Officials believe it started in the back of a home. One person as well as 2 cats were able to safely get out. The cause is still under investigation. The United Nations Security Council holding an emergency session of the 193-member General Assembly today. U.S. officials are urging American citizens in Russia to think about leaving the country immediately. Breaking news again into the newsroom. Diplomats in Russia have been told to leave. Sunday, the European Union and Canada closed their airspace to Russian airlines. The U.S. is under pressure to do the same.
Russia's soccer team won't be able to compete under the Russian flag leading up to the World Cup. FIFA will require the team to play under the name of the Russian Football Union. Poland said yesterday that it would refuse to play Russia in a World Cup qualifier in Moscow next month.
We are all clear on Doppler track this morning as you begin to head out the door. We're going to see more of that sunshine throughout today. We're already starting to see it. 28 right now. We're warming up. Winds are southerly, and that's really going to help keep the warmth later on. In fact, we start to look ahead. 30 isn't far away. 40 could be around here by lunchtime today, and there's going to be more where that came from. In fact, look for our temperatures topping out right around 44 into this afternoon. We're going to see more 40s tomorrow and the next day. Colder by the time we get you towards Thursday. Watching rain chances for the weekend.
Take in that gorgeous sunrise, folks. Have a great Monday. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.